800,000 people murdered in 100 days. That's 8,000 every day. 333 every hour, 5 every minute. While you watch this video, 20 people would have died. This is Rwanda 1994, the fastest genocide in human history. For 600 years, Hutus and Tutsis lived together, intermarried, shared the same language and God. Tutsi meant cattle owner, Hutu meant farmer. You could change from one to the other. Then Belgium arrived in 1916 and decided they were different races. 1933, Belgium issued identity cards. Nose too narrow, Tutsi. Too wide, Hutu. Own 10 cows, Tutsi. Less, Hutu. They taught that Tutsis were foreign invaders, Hutus were indigenous. Complete fiction that became deadly fact. These cards would determine who lived and who died. 1959, the Hutu Revolution. 20,000 Tutsis killed, 300,000 fled. Rwanda gained independence under Hutu rule. They called Tutsis cockroaches. Each massacre became security. The stage was set. April 6, 1994, 8:30 p.m. President Habyarimana's plane shot down. Within 30 minutes, roadblocks appeared. Death lists distributed. Radio RTLM broadcast, cut down the tall trees. They'd been planning for months. The plane was just the signal. Radio RTLM had prepared Rwanda for 6 months. The Tutsis are planning to kill you all, they broadcast. Kill or be killed. They nicknamed it Radio Machete. During the genocide, they gave addresses, license plates, hiding places. The killers followed the radio like GPS. The Interahamwe, 30,000 unemployed youth recruited for months. China shipped 500,000 machetes, one for every third Hutu male. They were promised victims' property. They sang killing songs. They just needed the signal. April 7th, dawn. Prime Minister Agathe killed. 10 Belgian peacekeepers murdered. Moderate Hutu politicians executed. By noon, 8,000 dead in Kigali. The killing was so organized, so fast, investigators later found it was more efficient than the Nazi Holocaust. Tutsis fled to churches, traditional sanctuaries. But priests had lists. At Ntarama, 5,000 sought refuge. The priest locked them in and called the militia. At Nyarubuye, 20,000 died. Some priests participated. The killers threw grenades, then entered with machetes. Roadblocks every 100 meters. ID cards checked. Tutsi meant death. They cut Achilles tendons so victims couldn't run, then left them for the afternoon shift. Killers worked like civil servants, 9 to 5, with lunch breaks. Kill your quota or join the dead. April 21st. The UN pulled out 90% of peacekeepers as killing peaked. The U.S. blocked intervention, refused to jam hate radio. State Department banned the word genocide. France sent arms to the killers. The world didn't just watch. It actively helped by doing nothing. 300,000 children murdered. The Interahamwe saying, "Kill the snakes and their eggs." Babies smashed against walls. Children forced to kill parents. 10-year-olds joined killing squads for food. Teachers killed their students. Rwanda murdered its own future. 500,000 women raped. HIV deliberately spread as biological warfare. Rape camps operated openly. Survivors told, "We're letting you live to die slowly from AIDS." The trauma created a generation of children born from rape, rejected by all communities. Hotel manager Paul Rusesabagina saved 1,268 lives. Using alcohol and money to bribe militia, he turned Mille Collines into an ark. As thousands died outside, inside they rationed pool water. One man's courage while the world abandoned Rwanda. July 18th, day 100. RPF rebels took Kigali. The genocide ended. 800,000 dead. 3/4 of all Tutsis eliminated. 2 million Hutus fled to Congo. The killers escaped among refugees. The world finally sent aid to protect the genocidaires in camps. Rwanda became a graveyard. Bodies in rivers, churches, schools, homes. Mass graves couldn't hold them all. The country had no word for children who headed families. They had to invent child-headed households. 95,000 orphans, 500,000 widows, an entire nation traumatized. These skulls remain as witnesses. Every April, Rwanda stops for 100 days of mourning. Killers live next to survivors. Children of victims sit in school with children of killers. The world said never again after the Holocaust. In Rwanda, that promise lasted exactly 49 years. Never again means nothing.